Rich Hollway, it's a pleasure to catch up with you. First of all, everyone calls you Krusty. How did you get that?
I used to work for HSV Engineering with Peter Starr, Robbie Starr's brother, and he used to just every morning he'd watch The Simpsons, and we'd watch The Simpsons the night before, and he'd do a pretty good Krusty impersonation, and that cracked me up, and I don't know, he just started calling me Krusty and sort of stuck. So there wasn't a whole lot to it, but Robbie Starr's brother Peter Starr's responsible for that.
Now, when you got the GRM, they wanted to try and change it, didn't they? They wanted to call you Patches or something?
Yeah, well, that was Lee said, that the GRM boys weren't really great fans of the more mature HRT thing, so everything had to change. So Patches is, I think, a combination of Patches O'Houlihan from Dodgeball, the bloke drinks his own urine, the old bloke throws spanners. And,
you're that grumpy, are you?
Oh, well, yeah, Lee thought I was a sort of, a bit grumpy. And being on the patch all the time, so it was sort of come from that, it's a combination of Patches and Krusty and whatever else,
Now, you started in motor ring, or started as a mechanic, I guess, with Nissan?
Mechanical engineering, and I started so I did uni in Adelaide, and I come over. My first job was at Government Aircraft Factories in Port Melbourne. It's Boeing now, I think. In the composites, I guess I kind of thought to get into motorsport, composites, carbon fibre was going to be the way of the future, which I guess it is, but probably not in Australian motorsport. I thought, I'll go down that path, and that was good. I mean, that was a production facility. We were making bits for F-18s and Black Hawk helicopters and that sort of thing. I did that for I think 2.5, 3 years, and then I went to Nissan Road Cars, which was Clayton, which is so where we were was where HRT is now. That building on the corner there. So that was really good. That was interesting. I mean, that was I was involved in engines, and then I went into suspension and tyres and shocks and springs, and then I guess that's where I kind of got my interest in that side of it. That was good. I mean, you'd basically take a design from Japan and tune it, and we always thought our calibration was better than the Japanese one. So and that was just good. I think it really helps in what I do now to have that experience with driving a car yourself and sort of understanding. It helps you understand what the driver's talking about when he's explaining what he wants in the car. Yeah.
So you said you did engineering in Adelaide.
Yeah.
Was it was it the Grand Prix that focused your interest,
really
or how did you have it?
No, from day one. Yeah, my grandfather raced, and Dad was, he's been involved. Like, he's worked for Chrysler and Mitsubishi. He was involved in the Chrysler, the Chargers with the race program through there. And he loves motorsport, still does. That's where my interest came from. And I guess, I just wanted to get involved and chase your dreams. It was when I started. It was probably, it's still hard to get into, but in terms of professional engineers in pit lane, I reckon there would have only been 2 or 3. Your Ross Holder maybe, and maybe Campbell Little and a few others. But in terms of professional, being through uni, whereas now there's hundreds of them. Everybody's.
You almost can't get a job unless you've got an engineering.
Well, degree. That's right. We look pretty hard at the SAE guys. A lot of good guys come through there, and that's a really good program, and sort of filters them out a bit, because if you've been able to work in that team environment, then that's very important. So.
They've got a pretty good mentor in that too, with Ron Haranack.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, that's a good program for sure. Yeah.
You've worked with some amazing drivers over the journey, like talked about Nissan, then HRT years. It's been quite an interesting and diverse set of characters.
Yeah, absolutely. No, worked with Brocky, and I was thinking about it this morning. I'm trying to think, like, back with even Wynne Percy, Wayne Gardner. When I started, Thomas Mazieri is a great dude, really
colourful.
Yeah, fantastic. Never left anything on the table. all that through that era, and then obviously Murph, Lounsey, some greats. Obviously Scafie was a big part, all through that era, and then Scotty as well. So some really good drivers.